Want to feel old? Well, you clicked on the right video. The Nintendo Switch is about to be 7 years old, which is just insane to think about. It really doesn't feel like that long ago when we all played Breath of the Wild for the first time, but yeah, 7 years. The Switch's first year was just amazing. Not only did we get numerous new games, we also got announcements for games that we could expect to see in the coming years. Bring in E3 2017. This is the first E3 Nintendo attended with their shiny new console, but instead of doing their normal press conference, they decided to do a spotlight event where they would show off some new stuff in the form of a mini Nintendo Direct. This was great. We got new info on previously announced games like Mario Odyssey, and we also got new game announcements like a new Yoshi game, a new Kirby game, and a new Metroid Prime game. Wait, what? A new Metroid Prime game? Yes, Metroid Prime 4. We were given a short teaser that showed the game's logo. That's it. Still though, this was definitely the highlight of the event for most people, because at that point, it had been 10 years since the last mainline Metroid Prime game, so to say that people were excited was definitely an understatement, but we hadn't seen anything yet. We didn't know anything about the game. So a Nintendo Direct happens later that year, and nothing. Okay, March 2018, another Nintendo Direct. And also nothing. Okay, E3 2018, 1 year after the initial announcement. Still nothing, but Ridley is in Smash. That's pretty cool. But we didn't hear anything about the game until January of 2019, where Nintendo uploaded a video titled Development Update on Metroid Prime 4 for Nintendo Switch. In this video, we were informed that Metroid Prime 4's development wasn't going well, and Nintendo just wasn't happy with the results. So they announced that they would be starting from scratch. Yikes. This sucked. This was definitely not the news we had been hoping for. After waiting for almost 2 years, we were back to where we started. It was just unfortunate. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel. For one, this showed that Nintendo was very passionate about the quality of this game and wanted to make sure it was the best it could be. And for two, they brought in the help of Retro Studios to handle the project. This was great news. For those who don't know, Retro Studios has worked with Nintendo on many projects in the past, like the newer Donkey Kong Country games. Oh yeah, and the original Metroid Prime trilogy. Hope was restored and people were excited for the game again, but it was clear that it would be a while before we heard anything about it. So fast forward almost 5 years later, and we still have nothing. Nothing at all. And that's not to say there wasn't anything Metroid related on the Switch. Metroid Dread was released as a brand new 2D Metroid game after almost 20 years. We also recently got a Metroid Prime remaster for the Switch and rumored remasters for 2 and 3. But apart from a simple acknowledgement that the game is still being worked on, we haven't heard anything about Metroid Prime 4 and when we can expect to see it. But why is that? I got a couple of theories. Number one, maybe development is just taking a very long time. We have no idea what the scale of this game is, or even what it's going to be like. This could be a massive open world for all we know, really. And games on that scale take a very long time to develop. Look at Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. Those games took upwards of 4 years each to develop because of how massive they were. Maybe Nintendo was hoping to do the same thing with Metroid Prime 4. And if this is the case, then I bet it would be worth the wait. Just think about it. What if Prime 4 serves not only as a sequel to the other Prime games, but as a reboot for the entire series? That would also open the door for even more Metroid games of all types. But even if this is just going to be a sequel, I think it's safe to say that it's definitely going to be different from previous entries. And with the help of Retro Studios, they definitely have more tools to make their goals possible. But there's another theory I have. The Switch is about to turn 7 years old, which is the common lifespan of any console generation. There was a 7-year gap between PS4 and PS5, but there was a smaller gap between the Wii and Wii U, and an even smaller gap between the Wii U and Switch. It's safe to say that we're definitely due for a new Nintendo console. Do you see where I'm going with this? I bet a whole ass dollar that Metroid Prime 4 will not only be a title that serves as a swan song for the Switch, but also a launch title for their secret new console. And it's also worth noting that Nintendo has done this multiple times in the past. Breath of the Wild, for example, was originally slated to launch in 2015 for the Wii U, but it got delayed so much that they decided to make it a launch title for the Switch, but they also still put it on Wii U the same day. Even back in 2006, they launched Twilight Princess on the Wii the day the console launched, along with releasing it on GameCube a month later. That's besides the point. So I think it's more than likely that this will definitely be the case for Metroid Prime 4, because think about it, a brand new Metroid Prime game to show off Nintendo's next-gen console and its capabilities? Am I dreaming? I think Nintendo realizes that making that big first impact at launch is very important, because let's be real, what would you rather play? But that leaves one remaining question. When will we actually see some Metroid Prime news? Well, if what I said ends up being correct, then we will definitely see some news really soon. Recently, came out saying that Nintendo's next console is scheduled to launch in late 2024, and if Metroid Prime 4 launches with the new console, then we will most likely see some news as soon as the next Nintendo Direct. And if not then I think we will see at least something in the 2024 February Direct at the absolute latest. But in other words, we are definitely getting news soon, and I'm very excited. But that's going to end this video, everyone. Let me know what you think about Metroid Prime 4 in the comments down below. Are you excited about it? Are you tired of waiting for it? Or maybe you just don't care at all. I would love to hear your thoughts. But that's all from me, guys, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.